None of that. I'm just better. That's it. Came back with a 7-0 deficit. I made a video about Ion a week ago, and after talking for 7 minutes about how Ion smacks pilots harder than the side of a mountain, I read some comments from you Titanfall experts and glorious Ion mains, and I think I'm starting to see the bigger picture. Ion actually has the answer to everything. This Titan has more layers of use than a 6-inch thick lasagna. Every Titan fight and every game mode has a use for her, and while I'm trying to figure out the other Titans, I find myself constantly going right back to her like a crazy ex with a fat laser shot. So for my second Titanfall video, I'm going to do a slightly more in-depth Ion guide, starting with how to beat every Titan in a 1v1 or 1v2, because if it's you versus 3 Titans, I'm sorry, but you're about to get taken. First, we'll start with the Titan that Ion is born to kill, and that's Legion. Your main weapon, the Vortex Shield. Because Ion's Vortex Shield reflects whatever projectile velocity hits it, you can catch and reflect Legion's hit scan damage right back at him. His big gun shield does serve as a slight counter to this, but Legion shows more shoulder than an Amish skank, and you can absolutely walk up and target that shoulder while you're reflecting that damage. Tone is a tough shell to crack for most Titans, but not Ion. Your main objective here is tempo disruption and closing the distance to get Tone out from behind her particle wall, or for you to just walk right through it. Use cover and your shield to kind of push up to where Tone is shooting from, then tripwires and punches are great for moving her out in the open. Then your flashlight of a primary is solid to tick some damage over time. Keep bringing that shield up and down to catch a round or two and throw off that rhythm that Tone players like to hit. The tracker cannon isn't what you need to have your shield up for. The damage is kind of minimal. It's the rockets that come with the lock that you need to make sure you have that shield up to catch. When they mail you some missiles, put a no you label on them, send it right back. Northstar is easy to mangle up close, so close the distance or flank if you can. But if you have to fight at range, Ion can still win the pick fights that Northstar pilots love. Check your energy bar to make sure you can do it, but as you're exiting cover, put that shield up to catch the railgun round that is inevitably coming for your face. Then, while they're charging up their next round, apply a laser shot to the forehead, then get back behind cover. Sometimes the Northstar pilot will get a second shot off, but it will not be heavily charged up, and your laser shot will do way more damage than that, so you're winning trades. Do that 3 or 4 times, fight's over. Another Ion. This is an interesting mirror match because whoever wants to win is the one who manages their energy the best. Put your energy into offense, maybe getting some head picks with the laser, using the split rifle some, and only use the Vortex Shield if you think you can block a laser shot. Don't sit behind that shield the whole time though, because it drains energy you need in order to do damage. And Ion's weapons don't have projectiles, so they can't be refunded off the shield. Ion gains core meter pretty fast, so in an Ion fight, usually one of you is going to get the headlights turned on. If that person is not you, make sure you have some kind of cover to step behind. Ion's laser does a ton of damage, but it has a glaring weakness: corners. Monarch is the first Titan that can be a challenge. The energy siphon makes it so peak fighting with your laser shot might just give Monarch some shields and core meter. And in a stand-up gunfight, that exo chain gun she carries will outdamage Ion's flashlight splitter rifle. But Monarch's lack of solid defense means that she can be open to hit and run energy dumps where you empty the charged splitter rifle, hit a laser shot, then get to cover and recharge that energy. The shield works perfect against her gun and missiles, but since Monarch's weapons aren't terribly strong per shot, it's not a huge offense tool. Big Poppy Scorch. Scorch is an interesting matchup, because if you have your laser core, Scorch is who you want to fight. That laser will eat through his heat shield, and he can't move out of the way fast enough. Easy cleanup. But if you don't have your laser core up, then your options are pretty limited. It's basically you kiting away while hitting his massive crit spot with your laser and leaving behind tripwires. His thermite launcher moves slow, and you can time it to catch the shells with your vortex shield, but if Scorch even gets within medium range and you can't move away fast enough, he's gonna cook you like a cannoli with that shield and flame core. Watch here as I completely misjudge the range I have to the spicy meatball, and he throws down some heat. Ow. Come on down. It's well known that the toughest Titan to fight in a 1v1 is a good Ronin player, no matter what Titan you're in, and that's as true here as ever. But he can be beaten. Since he is a squishy boy when he doesn't have his guard up, wait until he gets close, drops that sword block, and tries to shoot you with his lead wall shotgun, give him a laser shot, right in the teeth. These big chunks of damage add up on a Strider Titan, and if they hit a tripwire, Ronin becomes even more manageable. And remember, while some Titans are simpler to beat with Ion than others, it's not all about the Titan. It's about the pilot. Make sure you get that seat time in Ion to learn how to apply these tips, and for people that main other Titans, what's your short plan to beat Ion like I have for the others? Put that down below, I want to know. But winning a Titan 1v1 isn't how you're going to win every game. That's where playing the objectives come in, and once again, I think Ion has an answer for almost all of it. Now I'm going to give you some Ion tips I use for each standard game mode that puts me high on the leaderboards consistently, even when there are more experienced and better pilots than me in the game. Attrition and Bounty Hunt are the PvPvE modes, so I'll give a similar concept here. Honestly, the low damage splitter rifle is so bad for killing ads, it will save you time to just use your Titan's fist and feet to pop them like grapes. But kill Reapers with your abilities. They hurt you, they're worth points, and when you're not in an active gunfight, your whole energy pool recharges in like 5 seconds. So pop a Reaper in the face with your laser, dump a mag on him. If you're in a Titan fight, of course focus on the enemy Titans, but if no one seems to be around, let the Reapers have it. The next tip is for any game mode with Titans and pilots that run around objectives, like Capture the Flag, Bounty Hunt, Hardpoint, those are the best examples. You are the Pilot Reaper. Play guard around objectives and snipe pilots on approach, and use those tripwires. They are perfect for catching any pilots that slip past you. Aim up, throw them around infantry objectives. If an enemy pilot comes within a pretty wide radius of them, they become proximity mine pasta sauce, and you can get a kill without even looking. Titan Brawl, or Titan Team Deathmatch to the uninitiated, is all about doing the most damage while receiving the least damage over multiple consecutive lives. Almost no Titan can take damage the whole game and keep winning fights other than a Monarch who collects more battery charges than Amber Heard. That's why Titan Brawl is perfect for Ion. Play around your team, and at range you can chip good damage off with your laser. If you're about to take some big damage or an enemy pushes in and is focused on you, use that shield. And use the tripwires to slow down an enemy push around a corner while your team recharges their abilities. The only other mainline game mode is Last Titan Standing, and while having a similar strategy as Titan Brawl works, you are the best equipped Titan for one important job, and obviously, that's my favorite job: goosing pilots.
I like the way they pop.
Focus.
Move with and support your team, but the moment you see a Titan explode anywhere on the map, look to the sky for a victim. Same goes with pilots on the ground too. It makes your whole team's job much easier if they don't have to worry about enemies they can't see or easily hit, and they can just focus on winning Titan fights. One last thing that's worth a quick mention is that pilot killing in any mode is gonna be a strong suit, and Ion is the queen of clutch pilot kills. Take this marked for death mode for instance. Before I got in my Titan, we were down 7 kills to 3, but after I got Ion rolling, we came back hard. Thank you so much to anyone who has stuck around this deep into my slightly more in-depth Ion guide that has a strange amount of references to Italian food. This Titan is fantastic, but I can't wait to get some seat time in the other ones. Hop on and play some Titanfall 2. Let Respawn know we're here and ready for thirds. Have a great week, and I think the next Titan I'll try is good old Tone. Knees pizza. Okay, that's the last Italian food joke in the video, I swear.